Forget the Eiffel Tower, forget Angkor Wat. This year we're diving deep into the heart of the good old US of A. We're talking greasy spoons, roadside diners, and dives so authentic you'll need a tetanus shot just to walk in. From the neon-drenched avenues of New York to the sun-baked canyons of the Southwest, we're serving up a heaping plate of Americana. This ain't your grandma's travel brochure, folks. We're talking about the real deal, the gritty underbelly, the places where the whiskey flows as freely as the Mississippi. So buckle up, kids. We're about to embark on a road trip through the soul of America. One greasy spoon, one dive bar, one breathtaking vista at a time. Are you ready to explore the top 10 must-visit destinations in the United States for 2024? Let's dive in.
New York City. A concrete jungle where dreams are made of, they say. And nightmares, probably. It's a city that chews you up and spits you out, leaving you craving more. It's a cacophony of car horns, a symphony of sirens, a ballet of buskers and street vendors. You can smell the ambition in the air, a potent cocktail of sweat, dollar slices, and desperation. Everyone's hustling, trying to make it, to carve their name into the ever-evolving tapestry of the city that never sleeps. But beneath the grime and the grit, there's a heart beating. You'll find it in the late-night jazz clubs, the smoky back rooms where legends are born. You'll find it in the hole-in-the-wall restaurants, serving up food that'll make you weep tears of joy. Yeah, New York's tough, but so are you. So grab a slice, hail a cab, and let's get lost in the madness. We're leaving the urban jungle behind and heading west, trading skyscrapers for something altogether more awe-inspiring. The Grand Canyon, a scar on the face of the earth, carved over millennia by the unyielding hand of nature. Forget your passport, forget your itinerary. Out here, the only language that matters is the whisper of the wind, the silence of the desert, the sheer, overwhelming vastness of the canyon stretching out before you. It's enough to make you feel small, insignificant. But in that feeling, there's a strange kind of liberation. The worries of the world melt away, replaced by a primal awe, a sense of wonder that's been lost in our concrete jungles. So ditch the crowds, find a secluded spot on the rim, and just breathe it in. Let the silence wash over you. Let the immensity of it all remind you of your place in the grand scheme of things. San Francisco, a city where the fog rolls in like a tattered gray curtain on a stage set for some beatnik fever dream. You expect to see Kerouac stumble out of a doorway, cigarette dangling, muttering about jazz and the Dharma. This city, it gets under your skin. Maybe it's the salt air, the screech of trolley cars, the ghosts of gold rush dreams clinging to the steep hills. Or maybe it's the food. Yeah, the food. From sourdough bread so sour it'll make your teeth ache in a good way, to seafood fresh off the boat, San Francisco is a feast for the senses. Don't even get me started on the tiopino, a seafood stew that'll have you licking the bottom of the bowl. But San Francisco is more than just pretty views and good eats. It's a city of contradictions, a place where tech billionaires rub shoulders with street artists, and where the ghosts of the summer of love still linger in the air. Walk down Haight-Ashbury, and you can practically hear the echoes of Hendrix's guitar riffs. Wander through Chinatown, the oldest in North America, and lose yourself in the sights, smells, and sounds of a world away. And then there's the Mission District, a vibrant tapestry of murals, taquerias, and dive bars. This is where you come to get a taste of the real San Francisco, where the heart of the city beats strong. But listen, I'm not gonna lie to you, San Francisco ain't for the faint of heart. It's a city that demands something from you, that challenges your perceptions and pushes you out of your comfort zone. But that's the beauty of it, isn't it? San Francisco doesn't just let you be a spectator. It forces you to participate, to engage, to live, and trust me, it's an experience you won't soon forget. New Orleans, a city that simmers with a kind of primal energy you won't find anywhere else. It's a gumbo pot of cultures, a place where history hangs heavy in the air, thick as the humidity. You can practically hear the echoes of jazz legends in the French Quarter, smell the spicy scent of Cajun cooking wafting from open doorways, and feel the humid air clinging to your skin like a second layer. There's a certain magic to this city, a rhythm that gets into your bones and stays with you long after you've left. It's a place where life is lived on the streets, where music spills out of every bar and club, and where the party never seems to end. But New Orleans is more than just a party town. It's a city steeped in history, marked by tragedy and resilience in equal measure. The scars of Hurricane Katrina still run deep, a reminder of the city's vulnerability but also its indomitable spirit. Walk down the streets of the Treem, the oldest African-American neighborhood in the country, and you'll be walking through history. You'll hear stories of resilience, of creativity born out of struggle, and of a culture that refused to be silenced. And then there's the food. Oh, the food. From po' boys piled high with fried oysters to jambalaya that'll make your taste buds sing, New Orleans is a culinary adventure waiting to be explored. Just be sure to come hungry, because in this city they don't believe in small portions. Yellowstone. It's not just a national park, folks, it's a goddamn revelation. A raw, untamed wilderness that reminds you just how small we are in the grand scheme of things. This ain't no Disneyland, no sir. This is nature, red in tooth and claw, and it's absolutely breathtaking. You got geysers erupting with the fury of 1,000 steam engines, hot springs shimmering with colors you wouldn't believe, and enough bison, elk, and wolves to make you think you stepped back in time. The air here, it smells different. Clean, crisp, with a hint of sulfur that reminds you there's a volcano simmering beneath your feet. It's a humbling experience, standing on the edge of a caldera, knowing that the very ground you're standing on could erupt in a fiery inferno at any moment. But there's a strange beauty to that danger, a sense of awe that washes over you as you witness the raw power of nature unleashed. It makes you feel alive, connected to something ancient and primal. And then there's the silence. Oh, the silence. Not the silence of the city, where the constant hum of traffic and chatter never ceases. No, this is a silence so profound, so absolute, that it almost hurts your ears. It's the silence of the wilderness, broken only by the howl of a wolf, the cry of a hawk, or the gentle whisper of the wind through the trees. Miami. They call it the Magic City. And yeah, maybe it's the sun, maybe it's the sand, maybe it's the endless turquoise water stretching out like some kind of fever dream. But beneath the surface, there's a pulse, a rhythm, a heartbeat that's more than just a beach town tan. This is a city that throbs with life, a melting pot of cultures, a place where the music never seems to stop, and the flavors hit you like a shot of tequila. Forget the postcards, forget the glossy magazines. We're going to find the real Miami, the one that simmers beneath the surface. We're going to wander down sun-drenched streets, past Art Deco buildings that whisper stories of a bygone era. We'll duck into dimly lit bars, where the air is thick with cigar smoke and the rum flows like water. We'll eat our way through Little Havana, where the coffee's strong enough to raise the dead and the sandwiches are legendary. We'll talk to the locals, the artists, the musicians, the hustlers who give this city its soul. This is Miami, a city that never sleeps, a city that lives and breathes on its own terms. So buckle up, kids, because we're in for one hell of a ride. Chicago, the second city. They say it's got a chip on its shoulder, something to prove. Maybe it's the biting wind off Lake Michigan. Maybe it's the relentless hustle, the blue-collar grit that built this town. But trust me, beneath that tough exterior beats a heart of gold, a city brimming with soul, passion, and yes, damn good food. Forget the stereotypes, the gangsters, and the deep dish. We're going deeper, peeling back the layers of this onion, one delicious bite at a time. We'll wander down bustling streets lined with architectural masterpieces, testaments to the city's soaring ambition. We'll catch a bluesy tune in a smoky jazz club, the kind of place where legends were born. We'll dive headfirst into the culinary scene, from Michelin-starred temples of gastronomy to no-frills neighborhood joints serving up authentic Chicago-style hot dogs. We'll talk to the locals, the artists, the dreamers, the ones who make this city sing. This is Chicago, a city that doesn't apologize for its rough edges, a city that embraces its history, its flaws, its triumphs. This is a city that gets under your skin, a city you can't help but fall in love with. Las Vegas, Sin City, a glittering oasis of excess in the middle of the Nevada desert, a place where fortunes are won and lost, where inhibitions are left at the door, and the party never seems to end. It's a city of contradictions, a strange and wonderful spectacle that both repels and seduces you. We're not here for the slot machines or the all-you-can-eat buffets. We're here to peel back the layers of this neon-drenched playground and find the beating heart beneath the glitz and glam. We'll wander through casinos that resemble ancient Rome, pirate ships, and Egyptian pyramids, marveling at the sheer audacity of it all. We'll catch a world-class show, a dazzling spectacle of music, dance, and acrobatics that leaves you breathless. We'll seek out the hidden gems, the dive bars, and local haunts where the real Vegas locals go to escape the madness. This is a city that thrives on spectacle, a place where reality is suspended and anything seems possible. So loosen your tie, order another drink, and let's get lost in the intoxicating chaos of Las Vegas. We've indulged in iconic eats and basked on sun-drenched beaches. But America, my friends, is more than just good times and greasy spoons. It's a tapestry woven from ambition, struggle, and the relentless pursuit of an idea. And nowhere embodies this more than Washington, D.C., a city built on the bones of revolution. Forget the stuffy history books. This place breathes with the ghosts of giants. Stroll through the National Mall, a sprawling testament to democracy, and feel the weight of their gaze upon you. Lincoln, stoic and resolute, forever etched in marble. Jefferson, gazing out at the city he envisioned, a beacon of enlightenment. Each monument a stark reminder of the battles fought, the sacrifices made. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial, a solemn scar on the nation's conscience, etched with the names of those lost in a jungle far away. The World War II Memorial, a poignant tribute to the greatest generation, their courage echoing through the years. So ditch the tourist traps and wander these hallowed grounds. Let the silence speak volumes. Let the stories etched in stone wash over you. This, my friends, is where America comes to remember. We've scaled concrete jungles and traversed dusty plains, but let's face it, sometimes you just need to ditch the mainland and lose yourself in a tropical paradise. And for that, my friends, there's no place quite like Honolulu. Imagine this: turquoise waters lapping at golden shores, palm trees swaying in the gentle breeze, the scent of plumeria and salt air filling your lungs. This is the stuff of postcards, a sensory overload of pure, unadulterated bliss. But Honolulu is more than just a pretty face. It's a place where ancient traditions meet modern hustle, where the spirit of aloha permeates every aspect of life. You'll feel it in the warm smiles of the locals, hear it in the lilting melodies of the ukulele, taste it in the fresh-caught seafood and juicy pineapple. So kick off your shoes, grab a Mai Tai, and let the island rhythm wash over you. Whether you're catching waves on Waikiki Beach, hiking the volcanic slopes of Diamond Head, or indulging in a traditional luau feast, Honolulu promises an escape from the ordinary, a chance to reconnect with nature and rediscover your inner peace. So there you have it, folks. 10 destinations, 10 slices of Americana, each with its own distinct flavor. From the gritty streets of New York to the sun-drenched beaches of Honolulu, America's a goddamn smorgasbord of experiences, just waiting to be devoured. We hope this guide inspires your travels in 2024. Where will you go first?